Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do top 10, issue number 1. So this is a comic that I showed in my unboxing video, and one of my subscribers, Justin Ferreira, says, hey, well basically I ask, do you want me to highlight this comic? And you know, people reacted to it, and you know, like Justin Ferreira, check out his channel. He has a great YouTube channel. So this is from America's Comics. Not familiar with that, but it's an imprint, I believe, from Wildstorm. And this is the Alex Ross cover. I've read this way back in the past, you know, online, I can say it, but you know, but now I got the chance to read it again in floppy form, which I'm very happy with that. And I believe there's multiple volumes, and I believe this is volume number 1. So this is about a rookie that comes to the precinct called Precinct 10, and it's an interdimensional police force, I guess. It's been written by Alan Moore and art by Gene Ha and ZANDER, Cannon, and Todd Klein. My knowledge about Alan Moore is I know who Alan Moore is, but I'm not very familiar with his work and what he has done. You know, I know his Watchmen, and that's basically it. And maybe I have a couple of comics here and there with his work in it, but that's, you know, it's very limited. Anyway, so this is about I don't know, Earth with a lot of superheroes, and it seems that the superheroes are integrated into society. So we have, let's say, normal people walking around, you know, all sizes, you know, big, small, fat, old, all colors, and they're all superheroes and supervillains, I guess, and the art looks amazing. Look at this. It's chock full of detail. It's really dense. I like that a lot, but yeah, it's sometimes I think some parts can be overwhelming. Not for me, but maybe it's a little bit too busy and too crowded for some readers. I don't know, but there's some crazy stuff going on, like this race car that is actually a taxi. So this young girl is called Robin, and Robin says, "Hey, I need to get to the police precinct house on Pike Street. I think that's level 4." And then she says, "Excuse me, but that thing around your eyes, can you see?" He says, "Nah, I got senses instead. I followed the car, you know. Where we end up, that's where I'm meant to be. Bob Blanchard Booker, that's me." So, but then he just races through the city while everyone is trying to avoid him because he's blind. What is this? Is this some kind of a train, plane, car? There's a lot of weird stuff going on, man. And then we see this precinct, which looks absolutely amazing. And there's a lot of, you know, reference to, I believe, Justice League, but this is Justice League over the top, right? Dialed up to 11. And so, and we see that she's being introduced to, or greeted by a girl called, what's her name? Jackie Kowalski, right? So Robin comes here and says, "Hey, I'm Robin Slinger from the Academy. I'm supposed to be starting here today." "Oh, right, I think Lieutenant Peregrine said something." So she's been leading her to where she needs to go. And then we see, I don't know, creatures and monsters, and people are getting thrown in jail, right? And then she's meeting up with the captain, Captain Jetman. It seems that Captain Jetman worked with her father back in the day in the 40s or something, so he's a big shot. And then she's also been introduced to Sergeant Caesar, who is, I don't know, a Doberman? And he says, "I let anybody who smells nice call me Kemlo. That's my first name. Welcome aboard, Officer Slinger. I'm just about to deliver the morning briefing if you want to sit in," right? So, all right, so he says, "Okay, come in," and then we have the briefing. Oops. We have the briefing. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on, and they are talking about murder cases, robbers, and other crime-related topics, and everybody's getting an assignment. And so it seems there's also some kind of a killer on the loose, and I believe that is a little bit the threat that this comic is all about. We're not entirely sure. Anyway, so people are getting paired with each other, and Robin is being paired with a guy called, I believe, S-Max, but I'm calling him Smacks. So and people are laughing. Uh-oh, you're in the hood right now. So yeah. You're Officer S-Max, right? I'm Robin Slinger, and it seems we're partners, so I thought, yeah, whatever. The vehicle pulls this way. So he's not all too happy. And so this is coming right from the science fiction movie that slipped my mind just an instant ago. What's the, you know, from the 80s, how am I? Damn it, now I have to look it up again. I just watched the movie ago, not so long ago. Anyway, I remember it in a second, probably, maybe. But look at this. We have chariots. We have a fat guy with with propellers. We have this old school thing. But is this from the British TV series? How does it call? Grumman. Hey, Neapolis, it's a pretty fantastic place. So basically she wants to, you know, get to know Smacks a little bit better. But Smacks says, hey, I've just worked as toiler, okay? I'm not majoring in history. If you want an intellectual conversation, go back to the academy. So that's, and then she says, okay, geez, what did your last partner die of? They drowned in charm or something? And he says, he got shot through the eye in his own apartment. His 8-year-old daughter found him when she got home from school. It's just, oh, shit, I'm sorry. But then they are being called up because something is happening in some domestic assault. So he's coming up. He says, I'm Officer S-Max, or Smacks. Who can tell me what's happening? So these youngsters in the building, and said there's some screaming in the building, right? And they talk about The Incredibles. The second floor, the doctor and his wife. And so they're hearing stuff. Oops. So he says, my name is Smacks. I'm a police officer. I'm afraid I need to ask you a few questions. That's Dr. Incredible. You go to hell. We don't need no police. And she says, Officer, this is Shirley Teller. Trent's gone nuts. Shut up, you fat bitch. Listen, you cops get lost. Everything's fine. Sorry you feel that way, sir. We advise everyone to move back from the door. So he's blasting him his way in because he's some kind of a chest beam. And then he says, oh no, perfect. That's just what we need. We got a blob job. Now, I'm not sure what that means, but it seems some kind of a, I don't know, domestic violence. And it seems that they were in counseling, but, you know, he's getting emotional and he's all angry because 30 years ago, she had a lover boy called Prince Salamander, right? And Robin says, what's with all the sand? Oh, I'm sorry, that's me. I was trying to change to sand when Trent was throttling me. Back in the Protectors, I was Beach Bunny. Ha! Like more like Beach Ball. You know, I like this. It makes me laugh. Anyway, so more... But then she says, hey, I'm not going to press charges. You know, back in the day, he was just a good guy and he needs to you know, have some counseling, right? But then when they go out and they receive another call, so it seems that there's some homicide. And I believe this guy called is a cop, maybe? Let me go back. Okay. So Smacks and Robin comes there, and we have this woman, and she's calling the shots here, right? Detective Corbeau, right? And so she says, how's the new girls doing? She asks this guy called Peacock, and he says, well, it seems okay. Smacks doesn't appear to be talking to her. Huh, figures. You know, John, we ought to try to make her feel welcome. Hey, fresh meat, you, get your ass over here. And she says, hey, do you need my services? Well, I doubt it. We just thought that guy here will probably better company for you than Smacks. All right, so let's turn him over. Let's look at the flip side. Oh, my God. By the good devil. Cindy's like a sack of jigsaw pieces. He's completely shattered. So, and then Robin says, hey, maybe I can, you know, search the perimeter, right? So she's called Toybox, which reminds me of not so long ago I did Minor Threats you know, the comic from Dark Horse. And there was also a girl with, you know, toys as weapons and stuff. But she's using that for different purposes. So, and she found something like, so this guy is called Stefan Sadis-Krasik. And what looks like a Neapolis phone number written on a matchbook. So I'm not sure if this guy is a cop or just maybe a suspect for something. It's a little bit unclear to me. And she found a saddle. So it seems that this guy drove a flying saddle with no horse, just a saddle. And so he's been murdered, right? And that's the premise of the story. Anyway, so hey, tell me, is Smacks giving you a hard time? He's not real friendly. I said something stupid about his partner without his knowing. Smacks was like that way before Stochastic Fats got killed. I dated Jeff. Touching him tasted like bitter ashes. Listen, so he says, I need to go, and I'll see you later. So, and then they are going back into the car, into the traffic. And there's so much detailing here, right? Now look at this. I didn't notice that first, but there is some guy just doing the Spider-Man, right? Going from here. And it's a pizza delivery boy called Zip Pizza. That is so cool. Look at this, you know, zipping from left to right here. I didn't notice that at first, but now that I look at it. What is this, a tank? What's going on? Right? So what did she say about me? She told you we went out together, right? Yeah, she said you dated and that's it. Anything between you is none of my business. You're right, it ain't. Her and King Peacock seem impressed by your toys. You aiming to make detective? But then she says, no, my dad is Colonel Lilliput. So, like I said, all superheroes, I guess, right? And what's the story about that guy? Why is he called King Peacock? Don't get into that. It's devil worship crap or something. I don't know. Devil worship? So he talks about, you know, freedom of religion and all that stuff. So they're going back together, going back to the precinct, and they have a break. And Caesar is not happy that this woman, who's probably a prostitute, is coming back for I don't know, round 4 or something. And she says, Caesar, you can go and sit in a court and lick your privates. Large Marsh will make our bill in no time. I like this, all these small little things that happen around our heroes, right? It makes the comic feel alive, but maybe a little bit too busy. But I like that. So this gorilla is getting booked, and he's the son of some kind of a uber gorilla, also in the 40s, right? And so more people are, Robin is getting introduced to more people right here, and they talk about, you know, Smacks and Lieutenant Peregrine, and you know, that she's dating with Smacks and all that stuff. So it's a little bit gossiping here. And this guy uses his heat vision to making the hot dog real hot. And I heard Smacks' partner got killed. Somebody called Fats. Stochastic Fats. Yeah, Fats was a great guy, a great police, you know. Smacks took it worse than anybody. Smashed up the bar town and got suspended for a month. All right, so, and then we're getting introduced to this girl that can change her skin color or something. I mean, it reminds me a little bit of the mask of Rorschach from Watchmen, you know, that changes all the time. And that's what's happened to her body. I don't know what she can do, but she's called Lynn, I guess, right? But then Caesar comes, I guess, with this metallic arm, and he says, hey, you have to drink that on the run, Lee. The captain wants you and Irma in the squad room. You too, Robin. It seems we got a lead on the dead guy from Tin Town. 5 minutes, lady. Right? So, and then we see this. So this is probably about the interdimensional thing that I talked about a little bit earlier, right? But that's not a hero there, so we forget that. And so it sees that our lead is a phone number Krasik was carrying. And Krasik was working with a girl called Martha Boots Wesson, 14 years old, right? And anyway, it seems that the victim, Stefan Krasik, was a dealer's runner with the street name Saddles. Okay, so he's not a hero. He's just a dealer, right? And We trace this to the drug factory manufacturing odd-lot super pills and potions in the Lanchester district down on level 2. On the basis of investigating Krasik's death, I had warrants issued for raid. Head office is Grand Central, very budget consciously right now. So let's make this one count. All right. So they are going there, using their vehicles. And they are meeting up with another guy called, I believe it's called Wolf Spider. It's kind of a robot, right? Yeah, this is the place. My guess they'll be heavily armed, maybe some ray gun action. So, what's the name? Lieutenant? I forgot. Let's go back. Detective Corbat. All right, is there, and they're telling the heroes to, get in position, and we are entering the building, right? While these two are going into the back of the building. So she says, "Hey, don't forget them to give their legal warnings." Fair enough. Hey, you in there, you're dead. That should be saying, hey, you're under arrest, right? So they are breaking in the front, and it seems that, Irma Geddon, that's this woman in the suit with the wolf spider and smacks, right? So there's a fight breaking out, and so detective, is it detective? Let me do that again. Man, I'm so bad with names. Come on. Detective, right? Detective Cordell is saying to Lee and Robin, "Hey, how's it going back there, right?" So they are also getting attacked, and then Robin goes down, and there is some kind of a guy here, and he says, "Hey, stay back, or I'll kill you. I mean it." And then he throws some potion in the furnace, right? And then she's ordering her mini robots to attack him. "I warn you, I'm good as dead already. I've got nothing to lose. Stay away from me." But then he's getting booked, and his name is Gromolko. "Hey, Sin, everybody, Sling's detaining Professor Gromolko down here." "Gromolko? What's this guy?" "Hey, you didn't even know." So detective comes in, he says, "Hey, what do you know? Good work, Slinger. Somebody shut the furnace down. He was probably destroying evidence." So this guy's getting booked, like I said, and also the other ones, and these creatures, man. Hyperdreen, Mongo's Blood, and Professor Gromolko. This is quite a haul, Sin. "Yeah, but nothing on Grasket. I was hoping to get that Beethoven music again, but I can't hear a thing. Everybody, let's escort these gentlemen uptown." So they are, I don't know, getting thrown in jail for interrogation, I guess, right? But then, "Hey, Dog Breath, you got my ladies in there?" So, whoa, who's this giant? So it's Marge. Giant March or Large March, and she looks like she's coming from, I don't know, 19th century, like like that lady in a bordello or something, and she wants to have her ladies out of the jail. The ladies that I talked about earlier, right? And so this guy says, "Hey, Sin, honey, can we hurry up before Large March spots me? I busted her girls." All right, so Robin says, "Hey, what's with Gromolko anyway? Didn't he fight Adam or something in his 40s? He fought everybody. The interrogation should be fun. We bring in Glushko the spaceman." So, and then, this is fun. So this young girl says, "Hey," and like, as I got off the checkered cap, it felt this like hand up my skirt, but there was nobody there. "Oh yeah, sounds like the ghostly goose, man." I totally forgot about that. So there's let's go back real quick. So during the interrogation, there is the ghostly goose is on the loose again. Several young ladies have been subjected to his unwelcome attentions. So that is going on, but we come back to that a little bit later, right? So they're going to the interrogation room, right, where the professor is here sitting with Shark. All right. So they are setting up, and Gromolko says, "Hey, cowboy. Hey, Professor, it's been a while." So the detective and the shark guys, talking to each other, and he says, "Hey, I'm not a big fan of what's going on. Can you just let him go?" or something like that. And So then this Russian guy comes in called Detective Glushko. Now, the Glushko is a telepath, right? And he says, Glushko, the spaceman, listen, I hope I don't have to remind you, testimony obtained by telepathy is not legal admissible. But Gromolka is a little bit panicking. No, this is not good. Get me out of here now. Hey, Prof, what's the matter? You stop cackling? So he touches him and he says, so he's reading his mind. Ah, you knew Stefan Grashik. Grashik deserved it. Double-crossing bastard. What does that mean, I wonder? No more of this. And then he's panicking. And he grabs the gun of this gunslinger here. And, he's blowing his brains out with this giant shooter. And this guy says, he grabbed my gun. I wasn't looking out. I should have been looking out. Yeah, you messed up, dude. Right? So Peacock says, is he dead? His was one of the brains that built Neopolis. Yeah, well, it's splattered halfway up the wall right now. So I guess he's dead. Jeez, what a mess. And he says, can I get my fee? Right? So Doberman comes in, sees her, and he says, what's going on? I heard shots. Well, Gromolka blew his own head off with one of Dwayne's 12 shooters. This takes some writing up. Anyway, so the detective says, hey, Robin, maybe you should take some time off. So Robin comes in and wants to get out, and he's been greeted by this girl in the beginning, right? And he says, yeah, Detective Jackson said I could go. That's fine. I thought we could maybe go for that beer. Let me take care of this lady first. So this is the young girl that filed a report about that groping guy, right? Am I going to be safe? What if this goose guy grabs my butt again? Relax, Miss Miracle. The ghostly goose seems to be a random, opportunistic offender. He's like lightning. He never strikes in the same place twice. Pete, get Miss Miracle right home, okay? I'm going for a beer with Robin here. Sure thing. Damn, Jax, you move fast. So Robin says, hey, what do you mean? What does he mean with that? Oh, who? Shockhead Peter? Who knows? All that static probably long since fried his brain. So, hey, let's go to the bar. Now, immediately, since she has a ghostly image, right? Could it be that she is the ghostly goose? She's, feeling up the butt of girls? That would be something if that's the case, right? That made me laugh. So, so they're going to this bar. It's crazy. So, so Robin says, hey, so they talk about the whole case, right? So as soon as the Russian guy shows up, Gromolka shoots himself. How does the seafood thing work? Oh, I faced. That's how I come. Jack Phantom. I can't believe they put you with smacks. I mean, the guy is such a pig. It's ridiculous how women will fall all over him. I avoid him like typhoid, even if I was straight. Hey, can I get you another drink? But, well, she says, no. Says, maybe one more, but then I take the train home. And there's somebody. He'll be waiting for me. It's not, hey, it's okay. I know. Can blame a girl for trying. Because she's a lesbian. Okay, cool. And then, so she gets the train home, and her dad is sitting here, and it's probably the guy that she was talking about, right? And so she says, how's your day been? Oh, arrested Professor Gromolka, but he shot himself. The other guys are mostly dogs, lesbians, and devil worshippers. They seem okay. And one of the Hueys got melted. So the Hueys are those robot toys she's talking about. And then she's kissing her dad goodbye, who's still watching TV. And he says, hey, I'm going to my room, listen to some radio, and chill out. Yell if you need anything, okay? I love you. And that's basically the end of the book. And that leads us to the next issue. So, yeah, this is fun. This is different. I like it. Like I said, I'm not familiar with Alan Moore's... this movie is so cool. Also, this one, too. Hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin, right? But, yeah, I wanted to know more. So, there's 12 issues. I thought 10, but it's 12. I got all of them. We're going to do all of them. And guys, let me know what you think about this comic. Do you want to see more? I'm on board if you are. See you next time. And bye-bye.